is your vitamin M. This is your motivation for the week. Get your vitamin.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, good evening. Hey, go get your vitamins. Hey, go get your vitamins. Listen, welcome to the Vitamin M Show. I am your girl. I am Marshall Sterling. I am your host. I am your home girl next door. Listen, I am your fire starter. I am your hype girl. I am here to light you on fire, to get you going on your journey, and I cannot be more excited about it. Hey, go get your vitamins. Hey, go get your vitamins. Hey, go get your vitamins. Hey, get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Yeah! Get your vitamins. Yeah! It's the Vitamin M Show. Woo! And this is the Christmas edition. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you on this evening. Listen, I am thankful as we are almost coming to the end of 2023, and I am just overjoyed and excited for you to join me on tonight. Listen, I cannot thank you enough for always supporting the journey, because you already know that it is because of you that I get the privilege and the honor to come before you on every Sunday night. You are getting your Christmas vitamins. Yes, you're getting that vitamin M of motivation and inspiration. So listen, if you were with us on last week, and if you were not, I need you to listen. I'm gonna need you to watch this episode, and then I need you to go back and I need you to watch the episode from last week. Listen, if you gotta go back, go to shows on demand, and I need you to go back. I need you to catch the episode on last week, because on last week we talked about something that was very key and that was very important to getting to our next level. Listen, to get to that next level, you need that vitamin M from last week. If you missed your vitamin M from last Sunday night, it was talking about the distractions. It was talking about the distractions in your life. You had homework to go and sit down, because I didn't tell you all of the distractions. I told you that I needed you to sit down and I needed you to take 15 minutes of your own time, and I needed you to identify those distractions in your life that derail you, that prevent you from getting you where you need to be. Remember that a distraction is something that comes in your life that gets you off track. The key word was preventing you from being able to focus on that which you need to be able to focus on. And so since we were talking about distractions, and I wanted to give you time to get through writing out your distractions and being able to identify the distractions that happen in your life. When we begin to identify our distractions, and once we have did that, when we started, listen, your distractions can also change. And so we're not going to go over everything from last week. I just need you to go back and watch it. But once you have identified those distractions that are in your life, listen, then I need you to do a key thing. I know my distractions. I know those things that are preventing me from getting me where I need to go, Marshall. And then after I have identified my distractions, listen, what do I want you to do next? I want you to make a commitment. Make a commitment. Make a commitment. Commit. What is it about commitment that you are afraid of? Why have you not committed to something in your life? Commit to figuring out the distractions. Commit to figuring out the distractions in your life that are derailing you from where you want to be. I want you to truly stop, look, and listen within. And I don't want you to just listen to me, but again, I want you to listen to your own self, and I want you to I want you to make a commitment. I don't care what anyone else does, but this is for you this year. This is for you this coming year. You are making a commitment to your own self. Make a commitment. Make a commitment. Make a commitment. Why are you stopping and looking at me like that? Why are you stopping? Why are you second guessing? Yes, I'm asking you to do something for yourself. I'm simply asking you to do one thing, and that is to make a commitment. Commit to yourself. You can't waver from the promise that you are going to make to yourself this upcoming year. I'm not asking you what you're going to be doing for anyone else. This time again is for you. I'm not talking about what you're doing for your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your job, or in. Make the commitment for you. Make the commitment. A commitment is a vow, a promise, a pledge to your own future. Here's to 2024. Here's to 2024, to making that commitment that gets me where I want to go. I'm going to identify the distractions that derail me, that get me off track. And once I have identified those distractions, then I'm going to make a commitment to put in my plan in action to no longer allow those distractions to get me off track. A commitment means, according to the Webster, or according to Webster, Google, when you go and Google it, it is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or an activity. That's a commitment. Or it is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. The quality, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause. What is your cause? What are you dedicating yourself to? Where are you dedicating your time? Where are you putting your energy? If I had to put it in my own words and make it simple, it is a promise to do or give something, to be loyal to someone or something, and that someone can be me. That something can be my hopes and my dreams and my desires. I am making a commitment and saying, I'm doing this for me, that I'm not wavering, I'm not changing, I'm not giving up, I'm not giving out, that I am making a commitment to myself. See, you have what I have come to learn, and what you should learn, and what I feel like we do is that we're quick to make commitments at certain times during certain situations for certain people. I'm going to say that again. We are quick to make commitments during certain times, during certain situations for certain people. There are people in your life that you are quick to make commitments for. You are quick to make commitments for your children because you don't want to disappoint them. There is a friend, a family member, your mom, your dad. There are people in my life that I am quick to make a commitment for, and you never stop to count the cost or the investment that the commitment is going to take. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes we haphazardly make commitments that we end up regretting, and we end up saying, why did I commit to that? Why did I say I was going to the party? Why did I tell them I was going to the event? Why did I tell them I was going to serve? And then we begin to have regrets. And remember, those regrets can turn into distractions, and we don't want that to happen because we made a commitment, because we don't stop in the moment to count up the cost of what is this commitment going to cost me? How much of my time, how much of my energy, what am I going to have to give up? What am I not going to be able to do in the moment because I made a commitment to something else? When we don't fulfill our commitments, it just makes it hard on us and all of those that are around us. See, when insurance goes up and when their prices begin to get higher, I just begin to believe that it's because People don't hold on to their commitments. You buy the car, but then you don't commit to paying what you have to pay to maintain the car, and it causes havoc for the rest of us in our lives. When we make a commitment, we have to stick to it so that our commitment then, or so that our lack of commitment then doesn't impact in a negative way those that are around me. Make a commitment and see me after these messages.
Want more of the Vitamin M Show with Marshall Sterling? Go get your vitamins daily in the on-demand section of the Inspire You app, or subscribe to us on YouTube for even more content. Continue to enjoy the show, and don't forget to spread the word about the Vitamin M Show with Marshall Sterling.
I see you made a commitment and you came back. Yes, make a commitment. 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 Commit to your future. What do you want to do? And commit to it. Stick with it. Have an unwavering stance that no matter what, I will accomplish those things that I have been set out to do. Unknowing to me, I made a commitment at the tender age of 9 years old. For those that don't know, so wait a minute, let me slow down, because then I get all excited when I begin to tell this story. For those that don't know, and those of you that do, let me indulge the audience for a little bit. I made a commitment at a very young, tender age of 9. See, I stuttered. And for me to be a stutterer and to stand here is a commitment in itself. I committed that I was going to be the realest me under all circumstances. And so I stand before you on tonight. But let me go back to the tender age of 9. I stuttered and I sat in a classroom. And when I sat in that classroom, I wore these Coke bottle glasses, and I was a dark-skinned girl, and I had this big old hair and this big old curl. And I wasn't to myself the cutest thing on the planet. Now, to my mama, I was the cutest thing ever. But to myself, I wasn't. I was dark-skinned, and a whole lot of things to me was wrong. But now I know nothing was wrong with me at the time, but I stuttered. And so that did not add to it. And it took me a long time to be able to get the words out, to say what I wanted to say. And so I elongated my words, and sometimes I stuttered over sounds. And even when I speak now, I'm able to overcome it, because I am an overcomer, because I committed to being the best me. I committed to knowing that it was okay to stutter, that if I couldn't get it out all I needed to do was just slow down and it would all come to me. However, but when I sat in that classroom, the students would make fun of me, and they would laugh, and they were impatient, and it was hurry up and get it out. Hurry up and say what you gotta say. We're gonna be here for a long time. We're never going to get through this. But I had a teacher that was committed to a loving environment, that was committed to seeing my success, that was committed. And I say I'm taking it personal. I know she loved everybody in that room, but this is my story. This is my story. Everybody has one, but on tonight, I'm telling mine, because I made a commitment. See, she committed that she was going to be loving, that she was going to be encouraging, and that she was going to set a standard in her classroom, that she was not going to allow certain things within her room. She created a family atmosphere, an environment that encouraged greatness. And so when I would sit there and I would stutter, she would tell me to take your time, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. And she didn't allow the other students in the room to laugh, to make fun of me. She cut it off immediately, with then built my self-esteem. And so she would work late and then tutor me and keep me after school and then come before school. And I just believe that she would go home at night and think about, what am I going to do for her? How am I going to impact her life? What difference can I make? See, she made a commitment that she was going to to make a difference in the lives of her students when they came to her. And that commitment, she would turn around and call me Miss Dabney. And when she said Miss Dabney, it went all over me. It was something about, oh my gosh, she's calling me Miss Dabney. It's me. Who, me? Me? You think that I'm a Miss Dabney? That I felt like that she was she was raising the bar, that she was raising the level of my confidence. She made a commitment because it wasn't just about the stuttering, it was also about my confidence. It was the confidence that I had in myself. See, it was that low self-esteem because I didn't already like the skin that I was in. I didn't like my glasses and I didn't like my hair. And there were so many things that I didn't like about myself. I bit my nails and so they were short. And there were so many things that I didn't like about myself. But one thing that I did, I enjoyed the fact that she made a commitment, and it was because of her commitment to greatness, to my well-being, that I in turn made a commitment at 9. And so that turned into me setting up a classroom in my house and becoming that teacher at 9 years old. Yes, I became that teacher at nights, on the weekends, in the summer. And listen, it's a long story and I have to tell you about how my brother didn't like it, but I made a commitment that I was going to become a teacher, that I was going to impact the lives of those that are around me. And so when I think about that, and I think about myself right now, look at where that commitment has brought me. Now, I cannot tell you that it was easy. I had to go to college. Listen, I had to get a degree. I had to take the steps to get there, but I had to make a commitment. I had to commit that I wanted to be like Miss Probst, that I wanted to do for others the same that she did for me. I wanted those to feel like I felt, because I felt so good when I was in her presence. I put my shoulders back. I would read out loud. I wanted others to feel that same thing. And so I went to school and I got a master's degree, and then I went and I got my bachelor's degree, and then I got my master's degree. And not only am I now making an impact on students, I also carry that same impact and passion for other teachers, to give them that space and that room to be able to make a commitment to the students within our building. See, I made a commitment and I did not let anything in my life, and there was turmoil that came. I had to work and pay my way through college, but I made a commitment to becoming a teacher. And now I am a motivational speaker, speaking into the lives of millions of others to make a commitment. We'll be back after these messages.
Marshall Sterling is available for your next event.
Known for her energetic speaking style and down-to-earth teaching, Marshall has made a positive impact on her audience at every engagement.
Whether it is a keynote address, conference, workshop, breakout session, or staff meeting, Marshall brings the same fire and excitement to every session.
Listen, y'all need to get into this Sterling experience. There is nothing like it.
It's the Sterling experience. It was dynamic.
To be here for the next one, your life is going to look different when you walk out of these doors.
And if you need a speaker for your engagement, you need to book her. Listen, she's going to bring the energy, she's going to bring the fire, she's going to bring all the points. A+ experience.
To bring the Sterling experience to your next event, scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.marshallsterling.com.
See, I made a commitment. I made a commitment at a young age, not knowing then that I was making the commitment. But now I realized that I made a commitment. It was years in the making, but I committed to something. I ignored the distractions and I pulled it off. See, you have to be willing to stay the course under all circumstances. You have to be willing to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to be able to ignore and be unwavering and make a commitment. What are you willing to make a commitment to in 2024? What are you willing to not negotiate with? What are you willing to show up No matter what. What's your commitment? What's your pledge? What is your vow? What are you willing to say? I'm willing to stay the course. I'm going to ignore the distractions. I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I'm going to make a commitment. Go ahead and make the commitment. Make the commitment. Make it. What's wrong? You can, when you make a commitment, you can change it. You can switch it up. You can do something different. But what you can't do is stop. You have to be unwavering in the commitment, that even if the commitment is, I'm going to keep going no matter what. That's what you have to do. Listen, this one is, you don't even have to, this one's for you. I'm sorry, this one is for you. You don't have to tell anybody else if you don't want to. Now, I will offer you this, that it is always a good idea to have somebody that has your back, a mentor, a friend, somebody that is in your corner, somebody that you share your commitment with, because it makes it solid. You get an accountability partner, someone that is going to say, okay, whoa, wait a minute. I thought this is what we were doing. This is the track that we were going on. And it can be an exchange where we hold each other accountable to stand and doing the things that we want to do. Making a commitment only gets you closer to where you want to be. Listen, you know where you want to be. You know where you want to go. You have to make that commitment to be able to get there. Make a commitment. It's not going to be easy. Again, there's no easy button. You don't get to hit an easy button. You think college, getting a bachelor's and a master's degree is easy? It is not easy. I look at people that go back to get their doctoral degree, the nights, the tears, the hours, the work, the research, all of it that goes behind it. They deserve the doctor in front of their name. It is their unwavering commitment that over a certain number of years, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices to make this happen. I have an unwavering commitment to motivate you, for you to produce positive thinking, for you to listen. I want you to be able to produce positive thinking. I want you to be able to exhibit resilience amid any situation. I want you to build that up. And how do I do that? It's a commitment to the Vitamin M Show. I am committed that I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out, and that I'm going to study and be prepared under all circumstances. I just can't get up here and say, make a commitment. Okay, nice. Bye. No, I make a commitment to show up each week. I make a commitment and dedicate the time. And sometimes that is a sacrifice. Sometimes it's missing something so that I'm able to do this, so that I'm able to do what I want to do, because I know where I want this to be. I know where I want it to go. And I have to continue to show up. You have to show up in the space if you want to make a difference, if you want to get there. You know, people look and say, oh, well, that seems like it's easy. It may seem easy, but it is a commitment. I commit to the time to be able to do it. You have to sacrifice the time and make the commitment if you want to get there. But you have to make the commitment at your level of commitment. We are not all at the same level. What I am willing to sacrifice, you may not be willing to sacrifice. It has to be at your level, on your time, and under your circumstances. What are you willing to commit? What are you willing to commit to? Not what I'm willing to commit to. What are you willing to commit to? Because it is your sacrifice. That's why you can't look at somebody else's life and then envy what they have, because you don't know the struggle. You don't know what they went through. You don't know the sacrifices. You don't know the nights that they've cried and prayed, and how many times they have been told no, and how many times they have been knocked down, but they were willing to make the commitment. A commitment is the difference between those that are making it and those that are great and those that are not, because you are not willing to make the commitment where I am willing to make the commitment and willing to make the sacrifice. I'm willing to be faithful to myself. I'm willing to show up for myself in spite of all things. Number one thing is you have to decide, what do you want to do? What do you want to commit to? That is the number one thing. And it can be something simple. And what I would tell you is to first start off and do something quick, something that turns into a quick win, because it's something about the quick wins that make the difference, that then get you rolling and get you on track and get you fired up. So then that you make larger commitments and then the ball just starts rolling. When you make a commitment, you want to set realistic goals. Set things that can really happen. Don't make a commitment and then okay, it's just like saying, I'm going to commit to exercising and working out every day. Well, you may not do every day, but say, I'm going to commit to 2 to 3 days a week and then build up from there. You always want to write your goals down. And I tell you guys this all the time. It's something about writing down my goal that makes a difference. It cements it in my brain. You want to break them down into smaller chunks. Hold your own self accountable. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Celebrate success, even the small wins. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a big win. What if it's a no, but they responded, but you got okay, but that no is the key to your next yes. But they responded and they said something back. And then be flexible. Don't be so set in your ways and sitting that this is how it has to go for you to get there. Adjust if necessary. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace to change things up, to do things a little bit different. What if it comes in a different way? You have to be flexible when we are thinking about making a commitment. When we're thinking about making that commitment, set a realistic goal. Set something you know you can accomplish. Don't go out there and do something you know is not going to work out. Write down your goals so that it cements it, it makes it real. Break them into smaller chunks. Hold your own self accountable. And if you can't, get you accountability partner. Stay focused. Celebrate your success, even the small wins, even though it may be a no, and be flexible, adjust, change, move, do something different. Be willing to bend and to break and to fall and to fail and to get back up again and get back up again and get back up again. Make a commitment to yourself. Merry Christmas. This has been your Vitamin M. We will see you on next week.
Join us next week to get your weekly dose of Vitamin M. Want more of the Vitamin M Show with Marshall Sterling? Go get your vitamins right here in the on-demand section of the Inspire You app, or subscribe to us on YouTube for even more content at Marshall Sterling. Please visit our website at www.marshallsterling.com.